Well, good morning. Welcome back to A Country Boy Can Cook. Today, we're going to cook a roast two different ways with the same roast. Stay with me, you'll understand. The other day while shopping, I noticed my local grocery store, Tom Thumb, had these chuck roasts on sale, which I love to slow cook. Great flavor. They were on sale for half price. I mean, that's like $3 and something a pound. You can't even buy hamburger meat. You can take and grind the chuck roast into really good hamburger meat at that price, which I've done before. So I decided I would get one and do a roast with it. Let me see something here. Grab a spoon here. So here, I'll grab this cup. So this morning I'm going to cook this, and here she is. She's in the package. She weighs about almost 4 pounds. And as you can see, she's froze solid, which is a good thing, because I'm going to slow cook it and then in the oven. And so the first thing I'm going to do, get it out of this package. I got my oven preheated to 250 degrees, 230 actually. That would be the closest thing. I want it on the lowest temperature. I've cooked brisket like this before from frozen. Put them in 6 or 7 in the evening in the oven. Cooking them not for barbecue. Well, I guess you could barbecue them, but cooking them for roast. Take a brisket and cook it all night from frozen. A hunk of a chunk of meat, 10 or 12 pounder, and cook it frozen all night. It's wonderful in the morning. All right, you can see her there. She's nice and frozen. There's no bone in this. It's been removed. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've got a bowl over here. I'm going to just take and spray my bowl, my roasting pan, with some butter spray. I'm going to get my roast in. No water, no nothing goes into this. Get this diaper off here. Put this over here. Get it back up here so you can see what's going on. Alright, let's get around here. Put a little bit of sea salt on it. A little fresh cracked pepper. I can get it open here. Just kind of pat it in so it'll kind of stick to it. Repeat on this side. A little salt and pepper over here. And boys and girls, it's ready to go in the oven, set and forget. You can do this in a crock pot the same way. And I don't have an Instapot, so I guess you could do an Instapot, but I don't know how they work. I've never owned one, so. But you could put it in a slow cooker for probably 7 or 8 or 10 hours, and it would thaw it out and cook it really tender and juicy. So at this point, I'm going to take this boy and put it in the oven, and it's probably going to cook for 4 or 5 or 6 hours until the internal temperature comes up, 140, 150. It's roast. I just want it done. And once it reaches that point, I'm going to pull it out and let it cool off, and I'm going to slice it down to half. And half of it is going to go back in the oven with barbecue sauce, and I'm going to make slow roasted barbecued roast. Great for you, and shred it all out and make sandwiches out of. Oh my God, that's what I grew up on. If it wasn't smoked in the pit, if mother was cooking it, she cooked it in the barbecue sauce in the oven. It was so tender and so good. My mouth water just thinking about it. So the other half will be served with potatoes and carrots and onions. You know, the rest of the kids that are in the party there. And late this afternoon, sometime this afternoon, I will prep all my vegetables and put them in a big pan. I'll put some beef broth on them, sprinkle them with salt and pepper and garlic and all of that. I'll put onions, celery, carrots, potatoes in a big roasting pan. Put this beef broth on them, salt and pepper and everything that goes up, a little garlic even, and roast those, not with the roast, but on the side. And they'll be served with the roast, the plain roast, and then I'll have a roast that I can take and shred and do the barbecue roast on a later date. So that's how I'm going to roll today, and it's going to be several hours before I get back with you, but we'll see you this afternoon sometime. There, that beautiful roast is. Went in frozen. It's been cooked until it got an internal temperature of about 140 to 50 degrees. It's tender. It's not through cooking because I'm fixing to put the vegetables in and cook it some more. So I'm going to load these potatoes around the bottom of it. No certain way. Looks like everybody's going to make it to the pool okay. I will put a drip pan under this in case there's too much juice. I think it'll be just right. So back in the oven a couple of hours until the vegetable gets cooked. Low temperature, simmering along. Bring you back. 90 minutes in, you can see the vegetables are getting color. They're dry roasting. I'm going to pull the roast out and let the vegetables go into the grease, the gravy. Alright, the vegetables are in the pool. The roast is out. I'm fixing to tint that roast with some aluminum foil. Bring it out, let it cool. I'm going to put a lid on the vegetables and let them simmer away. Perfect slices of tender roast beef. It's been tinted for about 20 minutes. It's still warm. I'm going to slice up the rest except what I'm going to use for my barbecue. That'll be the dinner tonight with the veggies. A big hunk for my oven roasted barbecue roast. Alright, I'll let this roast sun under a tinfoil tent for about 30 minutes. It's cooled down, still a little warm. I've chopped it into rough pieces. There's a little fat and I've left that in there. So let's get this in this pan here. I had a little taste of it. Boy, it's really good. There's not a lot of seasoning on it. I mean, you see in the video how much seasoning I put on it. Not a lot. I never salt my stuff anymore. Just because I'm a heart patient, I have to watch it. So if I need salt, I've got my salt I can put on at the table. Alright, let me get this camera over here so you can see what I'm doing here. I had a little bit of homemade barbecue sauce left. It was a smoky raspberry barbecue sauce, but I used it the other day on some chopped barbecue I had. So today, just some Wally World. It really doesn't make any difference. There's enough fat in here, it's going to mix with the barbecue sauce. It's going to make it really good. You want to pretty much drown this. It's going to cook in here. You'll even get more tender. I had about a pound and a half of meat. So it's going to get the whole bottle. I'll put a little bit of garlic. Not a lot. A little bit of onion. Stir this baby boy up. Many years ago in Texas, before they found out about brisket, they were cooking beef shoulders. I forget what the other part of the hind end that the hind end or they're taking the bone out. I think they call them steamship cuts or something. But they would take it, cook those down. Some would barbecue them, but most of them just cooked them down in a big pot and cooked them until they're really tender. Put barbecue sauce on, and that's what they served in little convenience stores and all over the place. Alright, I'm going to put a lid on this and put it in the oven. It'll probably sit in there for, I'll turn the oven off here in just a few minutes. The vegetables are almost done, but it'll sit in there probably for 3 hours until it cools down. Then I'll put it in the fridge. I can tell you, it's good though. Let me just take a test here, because I know it is. Let's see here. Looks like heaven. Great on a couple of pieces of white bread, hamburger bun. If you got some mashed potatoes, put that on the side of that and put it on some mashed potatoes. Oh my God. Anyway, I'll see you back in here a little bit when we get those vegetables done and I get ready to eat dinner. This is really good. All these vegetables have been cooked along with the roast after the roast was basically finished. You've got a wonderful flavor. How does that sound, boys and girls? It sounds like wonderful taste to me. She's ready, boys and girls. Roast with potatoes and carrots and cucumbers, or celery, no cucumbers, onion, barbecued roast with the same vegetables. You gotta love this dinner. Thank you for being part of the Old Dude's World. I do appreciate it. Subscribe, please. It really helps. Comment and give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe. See y'all on the next cook.